All right, what's up, guys? So as you can see, I've been playing a lot of the Fatal Fury beta. I've been having a lot of fun, and I wanted to just go over this because it is something that perplexed me when I first got into this game, and I wanted, and just me breaking it down in this specific way helped me a lot more, like just a lot more. So I wanted to just bring up Feint and Feint canceling. So first, how do you do Feint? Right? How do you do Feint is you press heavy kick and you press rev, and you will feint a move. Now everybody has certain moves they can and cannot feint, right? There's usually two specials that you can feint. Key thing here, two specials that you can feint. You're probably like, well, specials, what do you mean? You could feint cancel specials? Yes. The act of feinting is actually feinting a special. For example, for Vox, his neutral feint, right? This move right here is actually his quarter circle back punch, right? His quarter circle back light punch is the same animation as his feint, right? So you're feinting his quarter circle back punch when you do just the neutral feint. Same thing with his down feint. His down feint is the same exact thing, except for he is feinting his DP. Now, I did not know that when I first played this game. When I seen that these moves can be feinted, I was sitting there thinking that, oh, I treat it kind of like a normal, where I press the button and then I press feint, and it will feint out of the move for me, right? I just thought it would just feint out of the move for me. It is not like that at all. Like, you are just, the act of feinting is feinting these special moves. If you're probably wondering, hey, what special moves am I feinting, or what special moves can I feint when I do the feint, is if you go into your command list, which you go into battle settings, and then you go down the command list, and you'll see it right there for whoever you have selected as the character. You will see two words that say BR and FE. If you play the tutorial, they go over what BR and FE means, but it just means break and feint. That these are the two moves that you can break and feint. You can feint all the moves, you can break all the moves. But yeah, those were a lot of confusing. I mean, that's a lot of confusing. There was really confusing at first, just like, because I'm just like, oh, I feel like I'm missing some part of my gameplay. So now, why is feinting important? Feinting is very important. Very, 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 very important. It's how you basically are going to set up your layer 2. So, because layer 1 is a lot like Street Fighter, if you're playing Street Fighter, where you're mainly canceling small buttons into quick confirms, right? And then essentially until you get in or get your knockdown, and then you can start establishing your feint cancels and everything else. All the rest of your gameplay, especially when they start blocking, you can start establishing your feint cancels. Because once you start establishing that you're going to feint, or once they start respecting your feinting, you can go in and start going for a grab. Or if they're trying to mash on your feint because they think you're going to dash after your feint, you can frame trap by going into a light button. Of course, on block specifically, that's what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, I can't show you any of these things because we do not have a lab. I'm pretty sure you've heard this over and over again. We don't have a lab, so it is really hard to demonstrate proper things. But just know, as a typical rule of thumb, your close heavy button, if you feint that, most of the time you're a plus. Like I said, I cannot give you exact frames because we don't have exact frames. One thing I noticed works a lot on Vox is close heavy kick feint into light kick. Far light, usually by the time I'm out, is usually far light. When they block is usually far light. So yeah, just keep that in mind. That's what I personally do. And then I cancel the far light. If this does connect, I cancel immediately into his shoulder. But yeah, that's it. That's it for feinting. Try your best to use the mechanic. It is hard. I use leverless, so it's not hard for me. I ain't gonna lie. It's actually pretty easy and really easy to get consistently. And the main thing is just kind of like implementing it and telling yourself to implement it, and my hands moving too as fast. But that's really it. Besides that, go have some fun. Go play some Mark of the Wolves. Try your best to play the game while it's still out. Yes, it has issues with its matchmaking, but usually, for me, I never had any issues. I ain't gonna lie. I can't say anything. The only issue I've ever had with matchmaking is randomly DCing when someone tries to rematch. That's really it. Lobbies work fine for me. Netcode has actually been pretty fucking good. I ain't gonna lie. It's actually been pretty good. It ain't no Street Fighter. I ain't gonna lie. It ain't no Street Fighter. But yeah, I'm actually looking forward to this game. It's gonna be really, really fun. But with that being said, if you found this helpful, feel free to go out there and give me a follow, give me a like, give me whatever the hell you can. Or even share this video around if you don't want to do any of that, so that people know how feints work. That's it for me. Don't forget to go out there and go cause some motherfucking havoc. This Demon out.